Hello Internet, welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Colosseum. In the last episode, we made it to the top of Pyrite BLDG, or building, and defeated Firma and other girl, whose name I can't remember because this game has really weird trainer names. This time, we are going to be heading into Pyrite Cave after Miror B, who threatened to turn Plusle into a shadow Pokemon. I think that's what he was threatening. I hope that's all he was threatening, because we can change it back eventually. But yeah, let's do that. Oh, I get it. You guys weren't new recruits, but just intruders too? That guy earlier was too weak for words. How about you? Are you going to keep me amused? Sure. Whatever you say, Hunter Doken. Hunt Doken! It's funny, because it's like a gamer joke. It's like a gamer reference. He's going to lead with a Qwilfish and a Goldeen. And between the two, the one that's a shadow Pokemon is the one that you'd want to be a shadow Pokemon. It's Qwilfish. Qwilfish is the shadow Pokemon. Qwilfish is kind of odd as far as Pokemon go. It isn't great in terms of stats, but its typing is good, and it gets some pretty cool moves too. Poison Point is an okay ability. I do like the ability to poison things if they make physical contact. In fact, it might poison Umbreon. No, it didn't, okay. But the main draw of Qwilfish is the fact that it's surprisingly defensive for a water type, and that it gets the move Explosion, which is a move that knocks out the Pokemon in exchange for doing an immense amount of damage to both Pokemon in the field, and before Explosion hits either Pokemon on the opposite side of the field, it actually halves their defense, which means it's almost 100% of the time going to be a knockout. It doesn't stop having defense until Generation 4, which this game is not. So, yeah, if you want a move that can destroy things easily in exchange for a Pokemon's own life, Qwilfish is one of the few exploding Pokemon you can get in this game. So yeah, it's not bad at all. It is kind of... It comes with Poison Sting. That should show you that it isn't great. It also comes with Minimize, which is very annoying. It's basically Double Team. But other than that, I was originally planning on using Qwilfish on my team. I decided against it pretty late into planning the LP, so yeah. That should show you that I do like it. Just not planning on using one here. Anyway, I'm gonna try to keep some bios shorter like that from now on, just because they take up a lot of time, and a lot of the time it's just me repeating myself a lot, which isn't that surprising, because I have trouble thinking of things to say consistently about every Pokemon you can possibly catch in this game. But, because there are 60. I mean, it's not as many as, like, Pokemon Emerald, where there were 202, I think? Oh, I just realized the cropping is off for the game in my OBS. I'm sorry, let me fix that real quick. Alright, I guess I am going to have to fix things in editing later, but I did fix the cropping. I just need to stretch it out a little bit more later, I guess. I'll try to fix this later, I guess. I'm sorry for having a cut there for no real reason. Yeah, I should not try to weaken this Qwilfish anymore. This thing is going to faint with much more. I don't know why I switched the Great Ball so early. Like, and by so early I mean on the wrong Pokemon's turn. Just keep hitting that Linoon with Confusion. Yeah, so since my channel's not big, I haven't gotten any comments complaining about the Pokeball glitch, but since I know inevitably in the future there will be one person who just really hates that I'm using the Pokeball glitch, I'm sorry, I'm just using the resources the game is giving to me. And if the game is giving me its unpolished nature as a resource, I'm going to use it to my advantage too. Accuracy, oh god. Oh, Surf. This thing does come with Surf, that's also definitely a plus. That's like one of the major reasons I chose Quagsire, is just because it comes with Surf. Keep throwing Pokeballs at it, hopefully it'll start weakening itself with Shadow Rush eventually. But not too much, because I don't want it to faint. I think you do get a second chance to catch this Qwilfish later, so don't worry too much if you fail to catch it, but I'm on a roll with catching everything on my first attempt so far, so I'm gonna keep that up. Or I'm gonna try to. That was kind of disturbing. Did it just go like Slackjaw? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Why did it do that? Oh god. What did I do to that poor thing? Oh, it is starting to hit itself now. Okay. I'm gonna go Great Ball. I'm gonna switch the Great Balls with Pokeballs. And I'm actually gonna switch Espeon for Flaffy, because if this ball doesn't work, then I can paralyze Quillfish, and that should make this work. There's no way it's going down this turn unless that recoil manages to do a ton of damage to it. Yep, still not catching it. I see how it is, Pokemon Colosseum. Oh my god, you have to be kidding me. As soon as I switch it in, it gets poisoned. My luck with this game has not been excellent. It hasn't been bad. Like, I've definitely seen people have worse luck with this game, but oh boy, things have not been going entirely my way, and that's frustrating. But that's how it feels a lot of the time with Pokemon games. Like, do things work? Yes. Do they work the way you want them to? Never. Oh boy. Why is this harder to catch than Mantine was? Mantine had a 20%, or 20 out of 255 catch rate. Quillfish has to have like 75 maybe at the least? This should not be anywhere near as difficult as it was to catch Mantine, and I caught Mantine in the first ball. 1. Are you kidding me? There's no way that shouldn't have caught it. Okay, I get it, buddy. You want to make a big wave. I get it. There goes Umbreon. I thought I had light screen on Espeon, not reflect, but whatever. Should still, like, help, I guess. I'll make Shadow Rush do less damage, I guess, if it starts using that instead of Surf. Are you that should not fail anymore at this point. Look at that thing's health bar. Hey, that worked. That shouldn't have worked. Alright, thanks, Espeon. That was fun! Oh, that's good. I'm glad you think getting your pet's fish stolen is fun. Battling with you is fun, so that's good enough for me. If you want to go through, go right ahead. Man, Miror B must, like, have no standards for hiring bodyguards. I don't know why I'm going this way. There's an easier way to the healing machine up there. So I just realized because of how long it took to catch that Quillfish, this recording has already been going for like 15 minutes. And, I'm considering making this just one episode because I feel like that would just be funny to have a like 10-minute video of me trying to catch Quillfish and complaining about how it was somehow harder to do than catching Mantine, which has a 20 out of 255 catch rate. But I think I'll keep going, especially since I just rambled long enough to make it to the top of the building, so let's head into the cave. So this cave has a ton of trainers in it. As you can see, we already have a Saint Performer here. Yay, you're finally here! This floor is my territory! I can't let you through. I thought that said terrorism. Don't know why. Street Performer Symes. So Chugga Conroy said that he always thought this was Saint Performer, and so did I, because I was, like, very little when I first played this game, and how am I supposed to know what a street is, even though I'm almost certain I had no idea what Saint even meant until, like, 2 years ago. I'm gonna aim for that Lotad first. Hopefully I can just get rid of that right away. Yep, critical hit too. Jeez. I'm sorry, I love you, Lotad. I wish I could use you in this game. Actually, no, I don't. I'm pretty happy using a Quagsire. Was that Scratch? Jeez, that Scratch did a lot more damage than it should have. So the reason I'm leading with Umbreon and Espeon is that the door to all my Pokemon's, or all my Shadow Pokemon's hearts are ready to be open, so I have no reason to lead with them. I could lead with them to get them some bonus experience for the time when they're finally to be made into not Shadow Pokemon, but no, for now I'm going to keep things the way they are. Well, not completely. I'll probably switch things around before we get to the boss, but not yet. Umbreon is learning Confuse Ray. This is a 100 accuracy Ghost-type move that confuses the opponent. I will gladly get rid of Snatch for that. There we go. Man, she didn't have a Shadow Pokemon. What a worthless battle. Oopsie, I lost. You're right. I like your hair. I want it. You're surprised, but I'm not telling you where Miror B is waiting. Well, that's just unhelpful and rude. If you head over in this little corner, you can get 3 Ethers. These are items that restore 10 PP to a single move. There are also Elixirs, which restore 10 PP to all your moves. What is this? 2 Hyper Potions. This city is being super generous with giving me Hyper Potions. We do not need those right now. But I will take them anyway. Let's go. Nothing back here. There's a lot of like weird dead ends where it looks like there should be items in this cave. What's going on here? I heard there was 1 intruder, but there's obviously 2 of you. So is Silva considered that much of a threat that they had to tell literally everybody in the base he was there? Because obviously Firma and What's-Her-Face were able to take care of him like super easily. Actually, it was the hunter who took care of him. So yeah, there's no reason all these people should know he was even here. Luckily, this guy's team is super weak to the only 2 Pokemon I have in the front, so... Or at least his leading 2 Pokemon are, Coughing and Ralts. I don't think I'll take out Ralts in 1 hit, because Espeon's special attack isn't great. Even if it is a stab move, Bite probably won't be enough to take out Ralts. And Shroomish. God, I wish that was a Shadow Pokemon. I actually really like Breloom, but... Nope. Wow, that did take out Ralts, okay. That Ralts was even a level higher. I mean, I guess it is a first stage Pokemon, but still, I didn't expect that to take it out. Bite and Confusion then. Oh, of course, you can't take out a Shroomish. Take out Ralts, but taking out Shroomish is just too far, and of course Shroomish even manages to miss with Poison Powder. I'm glad this isn't my Shroomish now. The power of love will defeat it with a critical hit unnecessarily. That's epic. Good job, Espeon. Raising your Pokemon to those levels must have been a hard struggle. You might be our enemy, but you have my respect. I raised both of them by like 2 and 3 levels respectively, buddy, but okay. What else can we find around here? Well, there's a path up. That's the required path. I know by the fact that that man is standing there at all, menacingly. So if we head up here... Anything over here? No. Down here? No. It just looks like there should be items there, probably because this is a Pokemon game and I'm used to the items being more, like, spread out and tiny. Like, relative to the rest of the area, but... No, those item boxes take up a lot more space than the item balls do in other games, so... And there's less of them than there are in, like, main serious Pokemon games. Whoops, roadblock, this is a no-through street. I could have easily just walked past you and I decided to talk to you, lady. Geodude and Lotad. Man, a lot of people in here have Lotads. I like their taste in Pokemon. Yeah, when there's no Shadow Pokemon in battles in this area, I think I might start cutting them out, just because there's no real reason to show them. And this person I know for a fact does not have a Shadow Pokemon, so... yeah. Miror B's unbeatable. You'll lose. Yeah, I agree. At least his dance moves are. I can't really fight against those. Oh. I think I remember this guy. It's gonna let us get these 3 Ultra Balls, which is a great upgrade from Great... Haha, too bad for you, you're at a dead end, Miror B's not here. Okay, so this is another guy we have to talk to in order to actually battle, and his name is Noxie, and that just sounds like a pet name for Nox, and I don't want to imagine anybody unironically calling Nox by a pet name. I will cut out this battle because while he does have a lot of Lotads, he does not have a Shadow Lotad. Yeah, you sure are strong, but you're no match for Miror B. This guy had 4 Lotads, and it took 2 moves to take out each of them, and if you do math, it's about 1 minute per turn, and that means there had to be 4 turns. Well, actually, there had to be closer to 8 turns, because I had to get the initial move off on both of them, and then 2 more on the next turn. So... boy, battles in this game are way too long. Okay. Now that we're done with that... I'm thinking this is going to have to be split up into 2 parts, because this dungeon takes a really, really long time just because of how many battles there are. So, once we reach the basement of this area, I think that's going to be it. Hold it! Don't think you're going anywhere when you catch my eye. Your name is Twan. Luckily, though, we finally do have a trainer in here who actually has a Shadow Pokemon. Between Meditite and Bagon, you probably want that Bagon. Well, you're in luck, because wouldn't you know it, the Shadow Pokemon here is not Bagon. It is Meditite. Oh, there's a Shadow Pokemon. So at first glance, Meditite, by its stats, would look like it is a mixed attacker. It has even physical and special attack, which by that logic would make it a special attacker, especially considering it has both the psychic and fighting type going for it. Unfortunately, that is not how things are here. It is not in any way a mixed attacker, because that ability, I believe it has pure power. It's identical to huge power, so I don't even know why it exists, but pure power doubles its attack stat. I believe it's after calculating everything else for damage, so yeah, it will be doing a ton of damage with physical attacks, and that's really all it has going for it. To make up for its lower special attack, though, it actually comes with an item called the Twisted Spoon. And if you can get that Twisted Spoon for a Psychic type on your team, say Espeon, you definitely want to pick this thing up, because that is going to do a lot to increase the attack power of Espeon, and that's something I want, because I want Confusion to be doing more damage until we get an upgrade. Other than that, though, I mean, if you're looking for a fighting type, Meditite is okay. I mean, it's actually pretty damn good, just because it gets stabbed with fighting type moves up with pure power. And later on, we'll be getting an item called the Black Belt, which will make its fighting type moves even more powerful. It's just a good Pokemon in general. It's not something you see people talk about a lot, because there are better ones, but it's definitely not bad. And either way, you want to pick it up for that Twisted Spoon. Anyway, though, we have Ultra Balls now, and that means I can continue to abuse the Infinite Pokeball glitch, and we have basically the best basic Pokeball we're going to be getting throughout the entire game. As you can see. And it was sent to PC because we have Qwilfish. There is a PC later on in this dungeon, so we will be able to get that on Espeon before we face the boss, so that's good. My Pokemon have won a knockout challenge. You're no average trainer for beating them. Mine have too, buddy. And guess what? That's not that difficult. The trainers have, like, low-level Pokemon that can all be taken down in one hit. It's pretty pathetic, honestly. We have, like, identical hair. Yeah, your hair is just smaller, but it's the same hair. Which means you are also a shonen anime protagonist. If I drop you here, Miror B is sure to give me a reward. Okay, Valen. I don't think he has any Shadow Pokemon, so... God, what out! I'll pretend that I never saw you two. Consider yourselves lucky. Thank you, dude. I'm going to never see Miror B because of you. It's just so good. Except that's actually a bad thing and you're lucky I'm heading right for him anyway. That battle was literally just for a full heal. That feels like a ginormous waste of time. Probably because it was one. Yeah, there's nothing down here. We are in the basement now, which is where I said I'd end it off, but I do want to get to the healing machine first. Because there's another required battle. Coo. Welcome to here. Thank you. I will soon be going to there. Ryder Sosh. That's a pretty sus name, I think. Okay, that was bad. She has a Dunsparce and a Mareep, and since we already have a Shadow Flaffy, the Shadow Pokemon between these two is obvious because trainers just can't not lead with their Shadow Pokemon these days, except for one that's coming up soon. Anyway, Shadow Pokemon, Dunsparce. Dunsparce's stats are very mediocre, and its abilities aren't great either, and that's extremely unfortunate because Dunsparce's move pool is fantastic. There are so many different things it can learn from so many different types, and it's honestly a sin that Dunsparce doesn't have an evolution because it is a Pokemon that has been deserving of an evolution for so long. In Gen 4, they gave so many Generation 2 Pokemon new evolutions, and the one they didn't was the one that deserved it the most. I don't think anybody was begging for Sneasel to get an evolution, but it got one. Nobody was begging for Murkrow to get an evolution. It got one. Other than that, though, since this game does have limited options, and I believe Dunsparce does come with strength, it can be an alternative to that Furret earlier, but Furret is honestly just better overall just because of its better stats. But if you got that Furret and then it had Runaway and you saved anyway on accident, go for Dunsparce, because having Runaway on that Furret is going to hold you back throughout the entire game because Runaway has no effect in this generation. But in that, unless you're in that super specific circumstance, I can't really recommend Dunsparce just because it's not a great Pokemon overall. Anyway, it would be nice if you would stop breaking through confusion and proving how little you can do in terms of attacking things, Dunsparce. You can't even hurt yourself that badly. Poor thing. Oh, a crit! Thank you, Umbreon. You're just gonna get this thing dead sooner. It's not what I want. This is another Pokemon you do get a second chance for later. I believe every Pokemon in this cave you get a second chance for later, so don't worry too much if you knock any of them out. Because even the boss is Shadow Pokemon. I don't know why I'm saying the boss instead of Miror B. Even Miror B is Shadow Pokemon, which he will obviously have. You will get a second chance at catching later. So, yeah. Caught that Dunsparce when it was at half health. That's good. Confusion. God damn it. Okay, well, we caught the Shadow Pokemon. I'll just cut out the rest of the battle because it's going to take forever even if there's only one more hit. Oh, Sosh doesn't know what to do. Well, you better leave here and go there. No way, I'm supposed to beat someone as strong as you? They must be joking. I don't think you were supposed to. I think Miror B knows I'm coming. So don't worry, I don't think you'll be fired for this, and if you are, well, Miror B has higher standards. Would you like to restore your Pokemon to full health? I would. Anyway, with that, that's everything I wanted to get done in this episode, so next time on Pokemon Colosseum, we're going to be heading over this non-existent bridge and facing Miror B. See you guys then.